I've been showing you now, step by step, how to make my pumpkins. From joining them in two parts, to making leaves, putting the stems on, shaping, putting the lines in. So I've actually been doing step by step over a whole load of reels. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put all the reels together, one after the other, so that it's all in one place and you can actually follow along. It is going to be longer, so if you don't like following longer videos, that's fine. But I'm literally going to copy the ones I've done and put them all together. I'm not going to remake a video. I'm just going to compile them together. So I hope you enjoy and I hope you can find it all in one place. So cookie cutters, funnels, your shapes, and something to score and join the two halves together. So I'm making two half moons and sticking them together to form a pumpkin. These are covered in nylons, as you can see, so it doesn't stick. The clay will come straight off. And that is how we're going to make pumpkins. I'm going to hand build some pumpkins. This is what I'm going to be making. They're two different sizes. Let me explain. Each pumpkin has two halves, so you would cut each piece twice. Then you would put each piece that you've just cut over one each of these, forming the round shape. You take your two pieces off and you're going to join them using your vinegar and your scoring tools, toothbrush. Once you've joined them together, you're going to get a funnel, the smaller one for the smaller and a bigger if you have a bigger pumpkin. This works as a handle, and you're going to pretend this is your ball of clay now. It's a whole ball of clay. Then you're going to get your funnel and you are going to work it like that and go all around the piece, and this helps create a gorgeous round finished form. Then you are going to shape it and add the leaves and the stems, and that is basically how you create a pumpkin. And I do this exact same method with the two halves put together using a funnel to make my birds as well. It's all hand built. I hope that makes sense. I just want to explain how I attach my leaves and my stems. I make those separate. I attach all the stems by themselves first. Then I do all the leaves separate. I shape them a bit just to give them a bit of movement. A few things to keep in mind. It's all personal, remember. I think that every little pumpkin has a front and a back. I like to see the little twist of the stem. I just think it looks more interesting. So I try and put my leaves on that side. If I put the leaves here, you would just see that. So I do that on purpose. You don't have to, but I do. I want it to look like it's got some movement. I don't attach it all the way to the bottom. You want your leaves a little bit thicker, because if they're too thin, they might get knocked off and broken. So I purposely make the clay thicker, so there's less chance of them breaking. Let me get the one that's got no leaves. I'm going to put leaves on this. Now it plays one on top of the other, just the one slightly overlaps, and they've got a bit of movement to them. So that is what I keep in mind. And then once they're attached, I get my needle tool, and if I can find my needle tool, I'll get it. Okay, I'll get my needle tool, and you don't have to, okay? You really don't have to make a hole in these if they're dried properly. And usually they must be dried to go in the kiln anyway. But I put a little hole. I get my needle tool, and I put it in a place where you really can't see it. Where the leaves and little stem joins, I usually put a hole roughly right in there. You probably can see it now if I show you closely. And then I get a brush, and I literally dab it in. So you're basically even making the hole smaller in the pumpkin to let the air out that I've been trapping. Thanks so much for following along. If you found this interesting, you learned something from it, you enjoy my videos, please like, subscribe, comment, nice comments. Remember, follow, the whole suit. You know how it goes. I'm really enjoying making the videos, and I ask that you enjoy the journey with me, and let's make pumpkins. It's that time of the year. Cheers.